West call in to talk about a big event that's going on next week, man. It's the John Wall Holiday Tournament. This guy has been instrumental being involved for a long, long time behind the scenes, getting the team to show up. Welcome to the Sports Shop. A salute to the champions recipient, by the way.
Yes.
We got Dwayne West. What's up, brother? Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning?
Doing great.
Early here.
How are you?
You got my blood flowing already.
I know that's right. Man, thank you so much for coming on for a few minutes. Tell people about what's going on next week.
Next week, starting on the 27th, and it's at Broughton High School. This is the 50th year of the John Wall Invitational. It's been many different names over the years. The Holiday Invitational, the GlaxoSmithKline, but now it's the John Wall. It's been that for several years. Who's an alum of Garner Road and from Raleigh, and it's going to be an awesome event. It is going to be a lot of great players and some very good teams.
Man, we're talking to Dwayne West, who he knows a lot about basketball. He knows a lot about Garner Road. So a lot of guys that you coach play in this tournament. Is that right, Dwayne?
Yes, it was a pretty awesome feeling to see that two of the guys that were at the Legends yesterday. We're up there, Marquis Carrington, who was on the first original Garner Road team back in 1990, and also Gerald Peacock, who was a longtime coach of ours. And then my brother was supposed to be there, but he had schoolwork, and he's trying to get his master's in African history, so he had to go ahead and get that done. But he's going to get to the next one, I promise you.
But just FYI, his brother is the great David West, who's been on the show with us, and those guys, both of these guys have been really good to the sports shop. When he talked about it is 50 years, and him and I was at the same table with some guys that played. Of course, Phil, Phil played in the first one.
Yeah, that was gonna be my fun fact.
Very first one.
Phil Ford played in the very first one.
Nice.
And made sure he told everybody that he won it too.
Yes, that's exactly right. Right.
There's a difference.
And also some other guys like Dave Whitberg played in it with the Manta team. David Henderson, a good friend of the show, played at Duke, and of course, just many other guys that played that. Danny Young, just so many guys.
Danny Young,
yeah. So, can you give us some insight to some of the teams that's going to be here next week?
Well, we always have some of the local high school teams. So don't sell them up short because they win these things too.
Yep.
So we have teams like obviously the host Broughton is there. We have Garner, Millbrook, Southern Durham, Holly Springs, Farmville, which is a little 2A school down there in the country, but they come up here with wrecking things.
Yep, I remember them.
And then we have Don Bosco. We have the number one player in the country in DeJuan Wagner from Camden.
Who's going to Kentucky?
Going to Kentucky.
That's right. Oh, he's coming.
Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
yes. We have Panther Creek. We have Northwood, First Flight.
Okay.
I mean, Burlington School, Winston-Salem Christian, Word of God, who is loaded.
Okay.
They are loaded with Freddie DeLeon, who's going to Tennessee, and a couple other kids. Raleigh Christian, Combine Academy, who has a Garner Road kid named Raquise Passmore. I call him Baby D Wade. He reminds me of Dwayne Wade. That kid is going to be special.
Okay.
We have Greenfield, prolific prep out of California, who has a kid I think that's going to Miami.
Okay.
So So we have that. Let me give you just a couple of schools that these players. I'm not going to give you their names, but we have Kentucky, Duke, Tennessee, Auburn, College of Charleston, UCLA, my brother's alma mater, and Xavier.
Yep.
USC, local kid, Silas Demery, is going there. He committed to USC, Miami, and Alabama are just some of the schools that these players are going to. So you're going to see some good basketball when you come.
Man, we can't wait to get there. We're gonna try to get them a couple of times, and I'll let you know. But hey, Dwayne, you've been the pillar of this community around basketball, and I really wanted you to come on and give people a snapshot of what's going on. It's a big time tournament, and sometimes we get a little spoiled sometimes and forget about how big these things are because it's right in our backyard. But it's a very popular tournament, right, Dwayne?
Very popular. It's the most probably one of the most popular and biggest tournaments on the East Coast during the holiday. College coaches make sure that they stop through. I get calls starting in basically in early November.
Yeah.
And hey, I'll be there. So you'll have the ACC, SEC, Big East, Big 10, Big 12, Atlantic 10. You'll have head coaches coming through, and they like to sit right out there front and center, especially when they're trying to get a kid. You can see them, they're just sitting right out. You know who they're after by the game they show up.
That's exactly right.
That's right.
Yeah, we see that all the time. Graham had a quick question.
Yeah, of course, we're talking to Dwayne West here on the Heister Automotive Hotline, the Sports Shop, Reese and K-Mac, Pam Thompson-Smith. I'm Graham Hill. Dwayne, you talked about some of the talent that's going to be on the floor, but kind of talk about the talent behind the scenes. Of course, it was just announced the other day that Brian Hanks from my hometown, Kinston, who was my mentor when I first got started in the sports media industry, is retiring as a media director after 15 years. Then, of course, Genius Smith with ENC Moments, he's going to be taking over Brian's role. Just talk about some of the guys that put all the work in behind the scenes, such as members of the Hoop State Network who put this tournament on, like Webb Wellman, also a Kinston native. Of course, Rod Bridges, Anthony Simmons, Miles Mezzicola, and Miles, I apologize if I got your name wrong. I'm sure I won't be the last person to. But just kind of talk about some of the people that you work with to put this tournament on.
Well, it's an honor and a privilege to work with many of those guys. A lot of those guys put energy and a lot of effort into it, and you got to have connections these days when you want to get these types of players there.
Yeah.
And you mentioned a bulk of those names, Miles and Webb and all those guys. Those guys work really hard all throughout the year to really establish themselves with the players and with the people that need to know to get things done. But Tammy Jones and Bill Sewell,
Tammy Jones, definitely.
They do an outstanding job. I'm dealing with Bill in April about what's happening in December, and he just has a constant thing. So it's a nonprofit, and the group of folks, we really work hard to bring a quality tournament to Raleigh and keep it at that level, because the expectations when those fans come in, they want to see something. They want to see some players, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they really, really work hard. Those guys are outstanding at what they do.
And so are you, my friend. We want to thank you so much. Again,
Yes.
the John Wall Holiday Tournament going on next week. We'll be out there. Of course, the guy on the other end, Dwayne West, is a big part of it, man. We appreciate you giving us a little insight to what's going on next week, and happy holidays to you.
Awesome. Oh, same to you. And if you guys want to come now, I think I moved up in the ranks. Now they started calling me OG, Reach. I'm no longer Coach West anymore. I'm OG because I'm not head of Garner Road anymore. I'm still involved.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of really, really far behind the scenes dealing with our NBA guys, our college guys.
Yeah.
But if you guys want to come in, you have my number.
Yeah.
Hit me up. I'll come meet you at the door. Make sure you get a good seat right next to me.
Hey, man,
Sounds great.
That's a privilege right there within itself.
I want the parking space next to you. Because of the parking,
you be parking in Crabtree Valley.
I'm telling you, I need to park.
Broaden is a problem.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's worth it. But that's kind of part of the
No, be right though.
The aura of it is like all of the traffic and the people. The line is crazy. They make sure on every news channel they show the line.
Yeah,
every year.
Which is all good. Well, you guys do a good job. You're gonna see us next week, my friend. Thank you so much, Dwayne. Appreciate you, brother.
Have a good one. Merry
Have a great
Christmas.
day.